Okay, so we watching, driving, and on our way to work. On an off day, I might add, but you know, who cares? How to Get Away with Murder. The children are going to this job fair for lawyers or something like that, and I'm like, the way y'all talking, y'all not even about to graduate, so what is you doing? But whatever. Annalise is at her therapist. I'm just telling y'all where I am on the show right now. Nobody told you to play, because I'm watching it as I'm driving to work. Annalise is at her therapist. She's telling him about the case. She done took the case of her old cellmate from the clink. And, you know, the girl had a gun, blah, blah, blah. So right now I'm up to the point where okay, hold on, let me pause. Bonnie comes into the courtroom as Annalise is leaving, and Annalise is going, this is not the time. Bonnie is saying, you know, yeah, I know. And then it is revealed, even though I already knew, it was revealed that she's the DA, the new DA or something like that, part-time DA. I don't know what she is, but she working for the enemy, quote unquote. And so Annalise is shook, and I'm like, Annalise, you talk to this girl all sorts of crazy and do her all sorts of wrong, but you should. Okay. Now what I don't understand is why Bonnie stopped using her shimmer lights to tone down the brassiness of her old chopped up dude. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so I'm at the point now where the opposing counsel, honey, I don't know who's who, but the person who was supposed to charge the client, the cellmate, says that he's being a nice guy because, you know, something went down, and they're telling Annalise to watch the body cam footage. So we're going to see what that's about. Okay, so apparently Bonnie only works at this little joint for a couple days. Like I said, she must be just part-time. But she's walking up to Nate right now asking him for help. And he icing her out. And I'm still trying to figure out what is the polarizing effect that Annalise has. This woman done murdered your wife and had you arrested, you lost your job, and all of this, but you still riding for her. And Bonnie over there, I don't even know anyway, let me continue on. Okay, so Nate is suspicious that Bonnie is working with Annalise, so I had a little messed up just a second ago. Who cares? I don't. They're grilling the children right now. They're giving, what's up with these grades, and everybody's giving the same answer. I prioritize, you know, working with, you know, actual patients over working with, I'm about to miss my turn, over working with, you know, class work and blah, 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 blah. Don't nobody care. They grilling them. Lady asking Laurel, can she dedicate 100% of her time to the work? She says, yes, child. Nobody has time. Connor over there, oh, he's so ugly this season. What has gone wrong? The fact that this needs to come back. He looks at his mouth was always questionable for me. But without the things surrounding it, it's just not coming together for me. Just for me. Just personally. But who cares? Anyway, he, you know, fires off an answer immediately. As soon as they ask about the GPA, he's like, got it. And they're like, this sounds scripted. You know, did you come up with that off the dome, or is it scripted? And he's like, no, you know, I just knew you would be curious about my GPA. They're giving, so you're saying our questions are basic. And he backpedaling and, oh, no. I would have been like, yeah, that's kind of a basic question. That's an obvious question because it's right there on the paper that my GPA ain't strong. But everybody ain't me. Anyway, they talking about, what's this young man's name? Michaela's man, Asher. He's over there talking about he's humble to a fault, not a big, you know, not a huge fault, a tiny fault. Don't nobody care. Michaela's over there, and she raised her GPA 0.7 points, and that's the most improved out of anybody, and she thinks she thrives in adversity, and I'm sitting here like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't thrive in adversity. Because if you thrived in adversity, you wouldn't have had a fit at the table last week, but Annalise set you free. You wouldn't, I came here to beat you, and nobody has time. You don't thrive in adversity, daughter. Moving on. And they asking, these are the interviewers, asking what's it like to work for Annalise. The men that were interviewing Connor was like, we know you're not finna get this job, so just don't tell us about Annalise. And it's like, if I'm not finna get the job, I'm not finna spill the tea. Like, girl, who do you think I am? But I don't know what Connor's gonna do. Laurel's over there talking about I was one of many interns and I didn't get to know her well. Like hell, sis. Like hell. Asher's over there talking about the patriarchy is alive and kicking, and we wouldn't be talking about this if she were a man, which, yeah, but you get on my nerves, so I can't receive that from you right now. And the other little boy, what's his name? Drake or something. The weird something else man with the ears. Okay, she out here preaching and prophesying in the parking lot. You better give God his glory. Anyway, He talking about the best thing that ever happened to him was he never got chosen for the Keating whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I don't understand why he is on this show. I don't like him. He and Connor can just go run off. He kind of, and Oliver can run off and be just polygamous, you know, together. Just take that polyamory and just take it on somewhere else to a different show, because I don't have the time. I'm just far too busy. Far too busy. Anyway. Girl, so Michaela, okay, let me get back to Drake. Drake talking about how, you know, Annalise is full of drama and made some, you know, shady comment about West being dead. I'm a reserve what I was gonna say. Swooping over to Michaela, she's talking about, I learned so much from Annalise Keating, and the most important thing I learned is what kind of lawyer I don't want to be. Bull Swanky. I'm calling Bull Swanky. I'm calling her on the phone right now and telling her to come by, because this ain't right. This don't make sense. Because last week I came here to be you, and you've said that multiple times. I came here to be you, and so now all of a sudden you learned what kind of lawyer you don't want to be. Okay, Michaela. Sure. Fine. We're gonna act like it's logical and act like it makes sense. Absolutely. Why not? I mean, the lighting under this bridge every time is sickening. I need to just do all my videos under the bridge. But anyway, let me swoop on after I get out this curve. I had to stop daughter in the middle of her spiel here. We're talking about the cellmate. Annalise is showing her the footage. She was trying to solicit the officer, you know, blah, blah, blah. What I don't understand is where this turn happened. So I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, okay, she solicited the officer. That's a shame. Annalise is right. She did need to know that before we got to, you know, court and all of that. And all of the sudden, just suddenly, we done took a turn, and now we having an argument. Cellmate is talking about, you know, you messed up in court, and you trying to save yourself, and I knew it from the moment you walked in here. You wanted to feel all proud about helping your poor black sister, and I'm sitting here like, what happened? Okay, you're ignorant. You're ignorant, and you need to yield, but you won't. So, what happened? How we get to, you know, your poor black sister, and then we get into this story that this young lady is telling us about how her daddy sold her to some niggas for some drugs, and then she ended up selling her body for drugs and all of this. And I'm like, if you have the cognitive reasoning to understand that was an issue and that's a problem, that's something that you should be able to address and work past. And your anger shouldn't be directed towards Annalise about this, but okay, let's just be mad at Annalise because you ain't tell her the tea. Fine, sis, fine. That makes perfect sense. Let me get back into the story. She's going into, you know, Annalise, you can't save me. Here you come, think you can save me or whatever. And I'm like, you asked her to. You gave her the whole big spiel of, I thought you was going to help me get out when I was in jail. So she came back to help you get out, and now you crying and think you can save me. Girl, if you don't sit down and hush and let this girl try to get you out of this jail set, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You don't request something of someone, and then when they try to do it, you flip on. What are we doing? What are we doing? I can't. Like, I'm just far too busy. I am far too busy for this kind of foolery. Like, anyway. And I'm sitting here like, Annalise kind of know a little bit of your struggle because she's been going through since she was a child as well. But you don't know that. But I know that. So I'm sitting here like, you really just preaching to the choir, and you being ungrateful right now, and I just don't see it for that. But anyway, I'm at my job, so I'm going to come back to y'all with the rest of this at another time, honey. Hopefully later on this day. But you just never know. Why is it packed already? Don't nobody have time for this. All right, y'all. Bye. Okay. It's a lot later. Still watching How to Get Away with Murder. I don't even know what I just saw. Michaela got some callbacks. Nate doesn't believe that Bonnie's not working for Annalise. It was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember right now because I am exhausted. So, okay, I just remembered what I wanted to mention. Annalise is in therapy. I don't remember if I said that before, but she's in, you know, her pointed therapy or whatever. And her therapist, first of all, I don't like him. He had her fill out a traumatic events thing or whatever. And I noticed that she marked that she had been held in captivity. Somebody close to her died, but she didn't mark anything about sexual abuse. So I ain't really see it for that. And then he's asking her questions. She's being very short with him. She's not giving the information, and he picks up on that. But what I don't like is this is only their second session, and if his real goal was to try to make her better, then he shouldn't be trying to rush her into talking before she's ready. I don't like that. But anyway, okay, so Annalise is going through the record. She can only go as far back as 18. She goes back in and asks the woman, which I would have quit if I were Annalise after the way she talked to me, but you know, she, I guess, has some personal investments. I can't be bothered. She goes back and asks the lady, when she was arrested, like the first time, and tells her that the records only go back to 18. She says, well, I went to court way before I was 18. The cops busted her with a John, and the judge gave her a freebie, let her go. Annalise goes into, smiling, and the woman is like, why are you smiling? She says, because, okay. I'm sorry, there's an odd fellow walking down the side of the road here. But yeah, she goes into, your records were sealed because you were a minor, and that's how I'm going to get you out of here. So I'm going to figure out, watch and wait and see how she gets the girl out of the jail. I'm sorry, y'all. My head is killing me. The last 2 off days have been just not off. I mean, they called me into work twice for 2 separate people. And I'm drained. So bear with me. I know I say bear with me a lot, but just one day we're going to have it together. Just not this day. Anyway. Okay, so Anna is getting into it. She's telling the therapist, very much like I said, you're not giving her enough time. She's slick going off on him. You haven't given me the time, and you're telling me everything I'm trying to talk to you about is wrong. I'm here for it. I'm living for it. I feel like Annalise is justified in saying that, and, she needs somebody to give her a yay and amen. I'm right here. Right, so Annalise tries to go get the record unsealed. The man at the office said he can't help her. She sees Bonnie, and bald-headed Winterbottom got an attitude. Blah, blah, blah. So, Annalise, I understand both sides of this. Annalise tells bald-headed Winterbottom that you can help her. She was a victim of sex trafficking. She was forced into it at 13. And bald-headed is like, that's real subtle. I understand both sides of this coin. I understand Annalise trying to convince bald-headed Winterbottom to get into it because, you've been through something similar. You know the struggle. But I also understand bald-headed being like, I just realized it just hit me that I'm calling this girl bald-headed Winterbottom. Anyway, bald-headed is over there like, girl, you using my past against me is trifling. Like, it's real sorry. So I understand both sides of the coin. Let me move on. Okay. So I have only been gone less than 5 seconds, and I've clicked go. Michaela and Asher are walking into this law firm, somebody in gold, I don't know. And you could tell, first of all, Michaela's outfit, this purple dress with the black blazer, on point. Fantastic. Love it. Asher, he's wearing a suit. It ain't too much the girls are doing with suits. Okay, mama. Are you going to stop, or are you just going to... I hate driving. Anyway, there's not too much the girls can do with a suit at a law firm. We just can't give, Michael B. Jordan fashions at the regular old law firm. So, whatever. Now, I can tell as they're walking into this interview that something is up. Something is amiss. The camera angles and just the look on Michaela's face lets me know that it's about to be cracked in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this white lady is really giving Connor a lesson on white privilege. And I'm like, why at this point, with you being part-time halfway engaged to an Asian man, are you still getting lessons on white privilege? If ever I were to marry a man of not color, a clear man, or any other not colored man, I just wouldn't have to explain white privilege to him. If we are, in the throes of passion and living together and these type of things, I'm not going to have to explain these things to you because we already right here. But whatever though, I'm gonna eat this egg roll and continue on. Okay, so one of the people that this white privilege schooling white lady had on her roster was Laurel. Now, I don't want to be too extra, but Laurel, for all intents and purposes, just like a Kardashian, is a white woman. We're not going to sit here and pretend like because she got these thick eyebrows and her last name is Castillo that she grew up like a minority. Oh, look, that is a beautiful... There's a giant white bird just flying. I wonder if that means death. Anyway, we're not gonna act like Laurel, though she may be Mexican by heritage, is not a white woman. This is a white woman, and I don't have the time. But anyway, she has missed her interview because she over here looking up something, honey. I don't know. I don't really care anything about what Laurel's got going on over here. And I wish I had more time to watch this episode so I could just lump all this together and stop talking about her and bringing these folks to y'all attention. But whatever. Okay, so I forgot Frank and Baldheaded went together, but he was supposed to make her dinner this evening. I don't care. She is giving him this whole big story about how she slammed the door in Annalise's face and she's just so glad to be free of her. And I'm sitting here like, but you cried when she handed you the letter of resignation. So what's tea? At what point will you tell me the tea? I don't. Anyway, so she talking about, she drinking and, one of the advantages of being free of Annalise is that she can drink in the house now. And I'm like, you didn't live with Annalise. You had your own, white apartment over there where you and Asher was sleeping together. So I'm confused. Very confused. But what I won't do is think too much about it because I don't have the energy, nor have I the time. Okay, so Drake, whoever he is, he's giving all this fever. He's trying to shade Asher, talking about his daddy, mental health, background issues, blah, blah, blah. No one really, who cares? Asher, I guess, hits him or knocks the glass out of his hand. I couldn't get a good view. I'm driving and I just don't care. And, Michaela pulls him to the side, tells him, go into the bathroom, hit the trash can. Why would he go and hit the small places? You're still in the building, sis. If he goes into the bathroom and he's punching the trash can and an executive walks in, then... But anyway, I don't care. I just truly couldn't be bothered to. She walks up to Drake. And again, I'm just only assuming that I've got his name right. If I don't, charge it to me not caring. She walks up to him and gives, I don't know what happened to you as a child to make you, act like a sociopath. But if you ever go near my boo again, I'm going to cut your balls off, feed them to you. We've all said that. That's not, I wanted her to say something revolutionary. I told the boy one time that if he, touched my booty again, I would cut his balls off, throw him on some noodles with some marinara sauce. We would have spaghetti. I've done this. We've done this before. Give me something fresh. Anyway, what I'm not living for as far as Michaela's look is this purple lipstick. It's just giving me something else. I just, like, her face is good. The hair is, we're working with that. The dress, all right, okay, beautiful. The lipstick is where you lost me. You lost me, and I don't know where I am, who I am. I've got amnesia just based off the lipstick. But anyway, what I don't really care for also as far as Michaela is, why is we doing all this faking? I don't like fake. And she's giving, smiles and, go to the bathroom, make sure you're all right. And then she's turning around so everybody can't see that they having a problem. She's smiling. See, I'm not that type of girl. I'm not that kind. I'm not the one. Not her. Excuse the vocals. I'm tired. Anyway, let me continue. So Frank done popped in. He got the seal file for the girl's case. They tussling look like. He look like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. His head popping through the door. I'm alarmed. He telling her he always gonna be here. And I'm just like, girl, put on your scared white woman wig and holler. And run. Now, just what I can't get into. Okay, these commercials have gotten very loud. What I can't get into is why Annalise always got on no wig and these lashes. She just be at the house wig free. Okay, me too. Oh my God, I'm ready to go. I'm sorry, I just saw something that made me just annoyed. But anyway, she be at the house wig free, but a full beat. Lashes, blush, mascara, what are we doing? I'm gonna sit out here and finish this video, but I just don't understand. O'Connor is giving sob stories, and he saw Wes dead. Could have been Laurel too, we crying. He hates himself. And Laurel just told him to stop hating himself. If there's something that I never needed, something that I could have gone my full entire life without seeing, it would be a Connor and Laurel scene. Just the two of them not doing anything interesting, just crying to each other. But honestly, at this point, any scene that doesn't have Annalise in it, I'm bored. I'm bored. What do we... Why? Let me continue. Annalise is back at her therapist. Let me see what she's talking about. Oh, the therapist, whom I just really don't have time for, but okay, says that she's projecting, herself onto this woman because of childhood sexual abuse. Okay. So we've seen clips of them at the court. This white man, who I presume is the judge, he's up there on the stand, and she's giving all of this, and it turns out to be possibly a race issue, because all these girls were picked up for the same thing, but the white girls got rehab, the black girl just went home. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm so tired. So tired. Okay, so Annalise is snapping. She going off. She giving, the system did the girl wrong, should have protected her, y'all. Instead of taking her somewhere safe where she could, escape this horrible childhood, y'all send her back out on the street where she would accumulate a record that would not allow her to get a good job. Wow. I'm floored, because that happens so often. I think it's wild to me that they're talking about it on the show. We beat the case. I'm living. We beat the case. Okay, so Judge Mann offers an apology. Says that we're going to seal the prior arrest record. She can now apply for jobs and assistance without having to, divulge her tea. And I think that is everything. I think it's everything. Let me hurry up and finish this. It's getting dark and y'all can't see me. So, girl, the therapist was a heroin addict. He changed. I don't even give half of a care. A portion of a care. Annalise says she wish he ain't tell her that. Now she got this look on her face. I don't know what it's about, but whatever. I need to watch this. So, Nate and bald-headed Winterbottom are good girlfriends now. And apparently she blackmailed what's-his-face for a job. And they gonna maybe form a support group. Some about drinking. I don't care. Girl, so Michaela got the job at Kaplan and Gold. Praise God. Who cares? On to this. Laurel walks up to Michaela and gives, I need you to take the job at Kaplan and Gold, because she had two other offers. Michaela's giving, yeah, I took the job, they paid the most. I'm trying to see when these kids graduated. How are they taking law jobs? Have they taken the bar? Not my business. Anyway, so Laurel is giving, good, I need you to receive this job. This is the firm that represents my father. And Michaela's like, oh, well, have him make a call for you. You can get the job, blah, blah, blah. She don't want the job. I'm sitting here like, so you want Michaela to do your dirty work? What are we talking about here? Anyway, she says then after, look at these ends. I need to trim so bad. Anyway, she says that my father killed Wes. Girl, what does that have to do with the price of tea and Shana? Like, where are we going with this? Let me watch these last 2 minutes. So Laurel is giving, I need you to help take my father down. Sis, why didn't you just get the job yourself? I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered. So I don't want to hear Michaela say nothing else about being dragged into anything or Annalise making her do it. No, I don't want to hear. If she does this, I don't want to hear anything else. There's a mosquito, Jesus. Okay, I gotta go. Annalise talking about her husband, how he was her therapist, then he became her husband, and she wished that, this new therapist fella didn't spill some tea to her, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. So now we see the therapist calling Annalise from the hospital, giving, Laurel is awake because she's crying about this baby still, and telling her to answer the phone. And I'm just like, I don't have time. There's a crime scene. There's a hotel. They looking for Annalise again. Girl, Annalise, can you stay out of trouble for a little bit? Blood. They taking pictures. Girl, what is this? Bonnie bald-headed Winterbottom is looking, and blood and handprints, and girl. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Other things YouTubers say. I'll catch y'all in the next one.